All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. Now, after much debate, the National Football League has decided to add another wrinkle to their overtime period. In the event of a tie in a contest that has to go to the fifth period, only in the playoffs, each team is now guaranteed one possession of the football. Now, this is definitely in wake of the Buffalo Bills losing to the Kansas City Chiefs this past January in the divisional round, where after the Chiefs won the coin toss for overtime, quarterback Patrick Mahomes marched them right down the field for the walk-off score, while Bills quarterback Josh Allen never had a chance to possess the ball. Now, this won't be the first time that the NFL tweaked its overtime rules, as following the 2009 NFC Championship game, where the New Orleans Saints won the coin toss and marched right down the field into field goal range en route to defeating the Minnesota Vikings. We saw after that the rules changed where then both teams would be guaranteed a possession if the receiving team to begin overtime kicked the field goal on their first drive. Now, for my money, the NFL is too reactionary, as just like it was during the Vikings loss many years ago and the Bills loss 3 months ago. Why is no one criticizing the defenses? The last time I checked, defensive players in the NFL get paychecks as well. And you just go back to this past postseason. You look at the AFC Championship game between the Chiefs and Cincinnati Bengals. 1 week after the Chiefs beat the Bills in overtime, Kansas City once again won the coin toss. And a lot of people at Arrowhead felt like, okay, you know what? The Chiefs are going to go down there once again, get the walk-off touchdown, and they're going to go right to the Super Bowl. But what happened? The Bengals defense stepped up, made a play, and intercepted Patrick Mahomes, gave the ball back to their offense, which marched down the field in the field goal range for the game-winning score. You look at this past year's Super Bowl. We saw the Bengals have a lead going to the fourth quarter. And when the Rams defense needed to step up and make plays, they did, especially on that final drive of the game, as opposed to just letting the Bengals march right down the field and win the game. So the bottom line is this: you have to step up and make plays, and you can't just simply rely on situations to make the contest easier for you. Then you also think about the AFC Championship game a couple of years ago between the Patriots and Chiefs, where New England won the coin toss and marched right down the field and scored a touchdown. And there were people griping that Patrick Mahomes didn't get an opportunity to possess the ball. Again, you have defensive players. You want to laud these guys for their skills and whatnot. They got to go out there and make a play. Now, many years ago, and this is several generations ago, in my opinion, the NFL nailed it with the sudden death overtime rule. But in this current era, where it's all about participation awards and giving everyone a chance, we're now left to deal with an even more watered down version of the extra frame. The bottom line is you go out there, you play D, you make a stop, give your team back the ball, get a fumble recovery, pick six, you name it. But the bottom line is you got to go out there and make plays. So you ask yourself, what is going to happen from this? And in my opinion, the rule will be like this until someone else loses a game in controversial fashion. You're going to see some of the talking suits on TV griping about it, and you're going to see some people subliminally griping about it as well, and we'll be right back to square one. To me, this doesn't solve anything in my book. To me, I just think all it does is it waters down your product. I cannot harp on this enough. Just go out there, play D, make your stops, get your team back the ball, and then take it from there. You think back to how many playoff games in the NFL over the years have been decided by a defensive play in overtime. You go back to the 2007 NFC Championship game. The Packers won the coin toss at Lambeau Field, and what happened? Corey Webster intercepted Brett Favre Giants got the ball in field goal range, and the rest is history. You go back several years before that, where the Seattle Seahawks infamously won the coin toss at Lambeau Field against the Packers, where Matt Hasselbeck said, "We're going to get the ball, score, and win." And what happened? Hasselbeck was picked off by Al Harris, who returned it for a pick six, and the rest is history. So you got to go out there and make plays. Stop griping about stuff. Stop looking for an easier way out. And you know what? Let things take care of themselves. But the bottom line is that's not the way it is. We're going to get this watered down version of overtime until something happens. And let's see how the NFL will water it down even more after that. So, folks, that is going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. I want to take the time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. You can check it out. Drop a line and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So, once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin. I'm signing off, saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.